Alright, so today what we're going to do is we're going to move on to kind of like geometry, but it has to do with algebra still. But the thing is, you can combine algebra and geometry together. They kind of work. Alright, so before we start, I want to kind of point out a couple of things. This is what we call a graph. You've probably seen this before. Right? What you see these darkened lines right here? These are what are called axes. So right here, this is the x-axis going left to right, and going up and down is the y-axis. Okay? So right here, they give us a shape. Alright, they already give points. Right? It has like 1, 2, 3, 4 points. It's not quite a parallelogram or anything, it's just kind of a random shape. Alright, but what they want you to do is they want you to move these shapes. So for example, it says right here, it says you want a translation 1 unit to the left. So in other words, a translation is what you're doing is you're moving the figure to the left or right or up or down, okay? So it's saying 1 unit to the left. Now to do this, you take each point, alright? So right here, x is on this point, so we have to move this point 1 unit to the left. So it's going to be right here. Okay, we'll call that x1. Now so g moves 1 unit to the left, so this becomes g1. Okay. Q moves left 1, so this becomes q1, and u right here moves 1 unit to the left, becomes u1. So now let's connect the dots. Okay, so this is a translation. We just moved the original shape, the whole thing, 1 unit. And to do that, we're just going to take each point and move it left to the 1. Alright. Let's see. Let's try one more. Let's try this one. So, we're going to move this whole thing, alright, 1 unit to the right and 2 units down. And to do that, we're going to move every point, alright, so the given points, we're going to move to the right 1, and then 2 units down, so 1, 2. So actually, this is the point, so it can be 1 unit to the right, and then 2 units down. We'll call that E1. Alright, now let's try that with W. 1 unit to the right, 2 units down. 1, 2. Okay, so it's going to be W1. Now let's try with G. 1 unit to the right, 2 units down. 1, 2. That becomes G1. Alright, so now let's connect the dots. Alright, so this same shape has been moved down 1 unit to the right and 2 units down. Alright, let's try one more. So this time, what they're doing is, instead of giving you the actual shape, they're going to give you, in this case, 3 points. Okay? So it says u is -3, -4. Now, if you remember your number lines, that this is 1, right? So anything to the right of the x-axis is positive, and anything to the left is negative. So right here would be something like -1, right? And then with the y-axis, anything above, right, this line right here, right here is positive. Anything below, right, the x-axis is going to be negative. So here would be, say, positive 1, and here would be negative 1. Okay? So, right here where they give us a point, u is negative 3 comma negative 4. Negative 3 is the x coordinate. Negative 4 is the y coordinate. Okay? So negative 3. So if x is negative 3, what we do is we move 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3. That's negative 3 right here. Okay. And then there it says negative 4 for y. So what we're going to do is we're going to move down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is u. Okay, this is negative 4. So that's u. Then m is going to be negative 1, 1. So m is negative 1. So 1 to the left. And then minus 1 for y is going to be moved down 1. So right here is m. Finally, L is negative 2 comma negative 5. So we move 2 to the left. 1, 2. And then minus 5, so down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Now, if you know anything about geometry, if you have 3 points like this, then this becomes what we call a triangle, right? So we have 3 sides. Like so. So this is a triangle that they give us, but what they want is they want you to move everything up 5 units. So let's move everything up 5 units. So let's start with here. Let's move up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That becomes M1. Okay. Let's try U. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. View 1. And finally the L, okay? Up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's connect the dots. So as you can see, we've moved the original up 5.